Hello, loves. Welcome to the Moon Babes Monday Night Live. It's Sonia G. We're going to pin a comment about the things we're going to chat about tonight. We got lots to talk about. We are in a phase where, of course, we're also going to talk about the current world stuff, but we're going to talk about crazy dreams. We're going to talk about astrology. We're going to talk about there's 1 week left to register for Align to join the Inner Circle Mastermind. We are going to talk about Saturn going retrograde. We're going to talk about Mercury going retrograde. We're going to talk about the lunar eclipse. We got shit to talk about, my loves. Thanks, love the coral. I love this color again every Sunday. Hi, loves. I see you guys joining. Hey, welcome, welcome. I have a short time tonight, so I want to make sure that we just go over the things that you must know this week. You can already feel the energy, right? So let me start with the dreams. Okay. Oh, also, and I have a new course announcement. Don't let me forget that. Oh my gosh, that's really happening. I did not think at all I was going to birth anything new because there's a line, but things happen and higher selves have higher ideas than what we have. So yes, what the fuck is going on with the dreams? Yes. Yay. So, hi, Bobby. Hi, loves. I see you. Okay, so let's do this. What's going on with the dreams? The dreams are starting to, the reality of the 13th dimension through the 24th is merging through our subconscious and our dreams, okay? So everyone that is not doing active astral work, if you're doing active astral kind of integration, understanding of your higher selves, understanding of what these parts that are integrating through the light body integration, through the higher DNA sequence activations, okay? If you're doing that consciously, actively, if you're doing that, right, like we do our astral travels in standing up and you're meaning it and you're, into it and you're doing that kind of work, even then you're having crazy experiences unless you're in full, what am I going to say? Unless you're really on top of doing it consistently to integrate all of your energy. Why is it happening? Because that section of the 13th through 24th is a descent. It's not an ascent, it's a descent, okay? Ascension, descension, that's what that means. So every single part of our genetic history that is held in our DNA, that is being awakened, whether you're conscious of it or not, so whether you're doing it in the daytime consciously or you're doing it at night, it has to be looked at. So the dreams are fucking crazy, right? And that only had to happen once for me, and I was like, yo, let's talk when I am awake. This is not cool. You don't get to come and trip out my dreams, right? So go and learn how to do this stuff. And if you don't know how to do this stuff, like you really want to learn, right? So you're in charge. You are in charge. Your dreams are coming to wake you up because there are parts of your genetic history that has to be reconciled. It's awakening inside of you. So when that starts happening and the dreams are super trippy and you're starting to see shit that you're like, wait, like my higher selves don't say that. My guides don't say that, right? And it starts to be like, what the fuck? And then it gets awkward and weird. And you think you're like, am I seeing demons? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't even want to deal with it. Like that kind of stuff, okay? Or if you're seeing things that are on any level, like they're just trippy. And you wake up and you're tripped out and your reality is glitched, right? This is your higher levels of yourself. Your higher just because it's a higher consciousness type, right? But that doesn't mean that they are in the light, okay? So this is literally the stuff that we'll talk about this in a minute, but you have to face it, okay? So there's no two ways about it. You're going to want to face it. So go into it consciously. Those of you, everybody in the mastermind, okay? You know how to do this. Do it in your morning silence. Do it in your circle. If you're not in the mastermind, you can always jump in. Okay. It's a payment in full. You put it on your card, you jump in, you get all the fucking knowledge, and then you know how to do the things, and then you know how to fight the battles in the astral planes. And you don't have to do it live, but it is open because it's necessary, right? It's like one of those things. So That's the stuff that you're in the metaphysical mastermind. But you really need to start being in charge, okay? Everything that has to do with this part of our DNA awakening and activating requires detoxing, requires massive amounts of alignment, requires the recalibration of the physical body. It gets really physical, okay? Requires clearing of karmic patterns that have to do with like past life juju and like generational shit, like insanity. Not just the stuff that we had to do like in these chakras, right? In these chakras, we have a lot of clearing. In the higher chakras, it's like the galactic clearing. It's the stuff that doesn't really make sense, that you're just like, why, right? Like, why do I feel this way? And like, nobody has to go through this. And like, I'm going through all this stuff. So those kinds of things. So there are a lot of things that are basically that are coming through to give us clues and to poke at us. So understand what they're trying to say, right? And maybe it's just your higher self. It doesn't necessarily have to be that it's like some kind of a dream that is like not necessarily a pleasant dream, okay? But they shake us up, right? When dreams shake us up, that's the subconscious talking to the conscious. So you have to do something about it. Like you have to work on it basically, okay? So with that being said, after the 24 to the 36 activation of DNA, that is available and that is about to become very important after the solstice, okay? So after the June solstice, everybody has to be able to understand that there are 36 chakras to work with. We are done. Not just we're done with like the 7 inside the body. That is so like pre-Earth life at this point, right? Like so pre-New Earth life. But it feels kind of, I don't even know. There's not even a word. It's almost like pre-cell phones, you know, like it doesn't make any sense. So we're very good with the 13 chakras. And now we have to like go all the way to 36. So that's what it is. Okay. That's where we're at. And, that's because our planet is literally in a situation where we have to do this. The people that will do this and will work on DNA activation and genetic healing and actually alignment, they will be healthy in a sea of people that are going unconscious, that are losing their brain cells, that are losing functionality of their bodies, right? All the things that are happening as a side effect of the jab situation and the toxicity that's involved in that. The people that will work on their DNA activation, that are constantly doing this work, no matter what the fuck is going on in the world, they will be the people that are healthy. They will be the people that are vibrant, okay? Alignment and alignment. And if you're doing this work, for you to be in alignment, you're going to need to be working on your DNA activation, period, the end, because that's really what it is, right? Light body wants to come in, the light wants to come in the body. So everything that is held in the DNA that is dormant, that is in broken coding, has to be reconnected, has to be recoded, has to be recalibrated. So this is what's going on. So it's very important. There's not a whole lot that's more important than that, right? Like it's really, that's the bottom line. So this new course that I will be announcing tonight, so you'll see it here on Instagram, I'm going to make a pre-sale available, since it's such a good time to just, I was going to wait until June to announce it, but it's just a good time to like just get into the energy of it, right? Because when you feel it, you know, when I launch something or I talk to you about a course and you're just like, yes, I'm matching that, right? And this is what's coming in. And this is the continuation to the mastermind. So it's a huge, has its own gravity pull. It scares me shitless, which we know that, you know, is a good thing. And it's going to be an 8 weeks course, and it will start with a bonus on the solstice where we are going to do an activation, DNA activation, straight up all the way to 36. Okay. So we're going to start like next level. And this is all going to be about the higher activations and the integration of the DNA. Why? Because that's what's needed on our planet right now. Okay. That's the stuff that we need to know how to do. We need to know how to be basically superhuman, because the frequencies that are being pumped through all of the airwaves, through the people, the magnetic fields that are being literally injected inside of the people. We need to be neutral. We need to be able to neutralize that stuff. We need to be able to actually have our DNA override. So, you know, the epigenetics concept, but our DNA, we have to rewrite all of that. So we need to be in charge. So it's such in a focused and such in a sovereign way that there is no room. There is no fucking room. Like, do you hear me now? Like, there is no room for that, right? Like, we know the way, we know how to do this. We're going to do the work, and it does require work. And there's a lot of people that are going to talk about this work, and they won't do it. They're just going to talk about it, okay? But doing the work requires actual focus, actual sitting down, and actual doing the work. And doing the work creates results, okay? And this is in Saturn retrograde. So it's just, this is the moment where we're going in this learning lesson journey, right? So Saturn is taking us on the 6-month ride all the way up until, maybe a little less, because all the way up until the end of October, I believe. So it's in October that he goes back to going forward. And, or as Henry says, is Saturn in grade? He cracks me up. So but the point is, there's a lesson, okay? Because Saturn is the great teacher. Saturn is Father Time. Saturn is the one that says, what have you done? Did you learn your lessons? Did you figure it out? And are you actually doing it? There's no hiding whether or not you've actually done the work with Saturn, okay? So this is a good time to take the inner journey of this recoding completely, right? Reconnecting of all of the pieces that need to be reconnected and go on this journey with Saturn. So Saturn goes retrograde. Then we have a total lunar eclipse. That is amazing. And then at the end of the week, we have in Sagittarius, by the way, so it's very fiery, very much about freedom. And then we have Mercury going retrograde at the end of the week. Mercury going retro is always an inner journey, okay? So these are literally, this week is the making of a new quantum timeline for everyone that is actually going to take the time to make some fucking decisions this week, okay? So go like this on your schedule, go like this with all the dramas, go like this with all the things. This is a week where if you are not ahead of what you want, if you are not the one that decides how the fuck your days go and how your reality responds to you, how your spouse, how your boyfriend, how your children, how your fucking environment responds to you, if you are not in charge of that, reality will be in charge of you. So reality is going to come creep on you, and then you will constantly be putting out fires. And that feels like, holy fuck, I got to do this. I got to do this. Oh man, oh yeah, I need to do this, but I got to do this. This is next. Oh shit, I got to do this, right? And it's like, you never fucking get ahead of the energy. You never do. So you have to decide, okay? This is that week. This is that moment that you actually can make all the difference because of the ingredients. It's like the cosmic ingredients of this week, right? So make your commitments. This is the week. Like if you're gonna like jump in a program, find a coach, join a gym, right? Like that kind of stuff. Like this is that week. While a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, this energy is so hard. You have to get ahead of it because we didn't come here to be underneath the fucking current. We didn't come here to be in the undertow. We didn't come here to get trampled on. You are not the people that get stomped on in the mud, okay? You are the people that are riding this wave on top of the current. This is what, these are the people that come to my tribe. These are the people that come in my circle. Like I have learned it. So if you're here, know this. You are meant to be riding at the top because we're here to do all of our activation, all of our, so loud, all of our work, right? We're here to change the planet. We're here to like ascend the planet. We are here at the end of this to walk out of our physical bodies in complete conscious choice. Like we came to change the rules of planet Earth. We're kind of a big deal group of people. And so do a big deal kind of group of people move themselves through lives like, oh shit, Saturn is retro and now that's gonna fucking suck. No, we don't do that, okay? We don't do that. Be better than that. Ahead of the curve. Yes, sister. Riding the wave on top. You guys know this, right? So just whenever you have those moments, because I'm not saying that there won't be hard moments, right? There's a lot. It literally is a cosmic cocktail of events this week. And there will be hard moments. So what? We move through them, right? Move yourself through them. The queen, the king in you, how do they move through this time? What kind of moves are you going to make to get yourself to where you want to go? Where do you want to be in 6 months? Watch, some people are going to have a completely new life in 6 months at the end of this retrograde season. Some people are going to be like still bitching about the same things that they never changed. They never walked out of the fucking spiritual closet. They never started a course. They never got support. They never bought the course because they're still waiting to figure out how the fuck everything is inside of them. Okay? I'm sorry, but that's one of the things. You guys know this and teach your people this too. Everything is inside of every one of us, but until you know how to use it, it doesn't do you any fucking good, okay? So take the time to figure out how to fucking use the knowledge that is inside of you that is being activated by the universe. I'm feeling very strong. These are all the things that are coming through from the lessons of Saturn. This is when, things come up and then I get these messages and I'm like, what in the actual fuck? Like, we are better than this, people. We are better than this. We know these things and I am teaching you to teach you all of the people. Spicy Mama Sonia is right. Yes. Spring vibes. Very refreshing spring vibes. Okay, so this is good. One more thing. Everybody that is in Moonbabe Society got an email, but I'm going to tell everybody to do this too, because this is just like a good idea, okay? In Moonbabe Society, what we're doing is we are taking the night before the lunar eclipse, we're getting very clear on the things that we're ready to be letting go of. Okay, the fears, the patterns, the stories, blah, 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 blah. And then we're making a commitment to that. And we're allowing the energy of the eclipse to consciously work with us. And then the day, once the eclipse starts, we're going to do the work together to fully integrate the new timeline. Okay, strongly suggest that. So if you want to do the work with us, jump in Moonbabe Society. Okay, and if you are planning on joining on Aligned, that's obviously a part of Aligned too. So you're going to be doing all of that work. And what else do I want to tell you about the eclipse? The degree to which you will be able to jump and hold the energy of the new timeline is the degree to which you commit to the shift, the desires, and you take this seriously. Okay, if you just write down something on a piece of paper and you pray and wish and maybe pull some cards on it, but you don't fucking mean it, nothing is going to happen for you because Saturn is retrograde. So if you don't fucking mean it, you're not moving. Okay, so get your ass feeling the feelings. Like, actually feel the feelings. And I'm talking like this because this is my motivation. This is a huge opportunity. Every person, everyone on planet Earth has this available. So if I can shake you and wake you up like, holy fuck, I got to drop what I'm doing and I got to do something about this eclipse, then we're winning. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the more of us are able to leap on a higher timeline and we're able to actually like hold higher grids together, connect to each other's 12D grids, and new templates are like pinged together. This is how we get our new earth manifested like this. This is where it becomes available that there's no drop. There's no fucking Armageddon timelines. Like, stop that bullshit. Stop the zombies. Stop like all of that stuff. Like, just fucking stop the memes with that stuff. It's not funny. It's giving energy to timelines that we're dropping. Let's focus on the things that we actually want. And my mind went to the fact that someone told me that Alexa now has an estimated date for when the end of the world, what the fuck ever. They're programming this shit in the AI, okay? So here's the thing. People start talking about it. People start making memes. The bots, okay, that are governed by the people that are in charge of wanting the planet to go to hell are the ones that start the funny memes with the particular wording, and then they send them out, and the people are like, oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, zombie apocalypse. Oh, hilarious. And they're putting this in people's consciousness. Don't like those fucking memes. Like, make conscious memes. I know that they're funny. I know that some of them are funny, but I'm just saying they get you thinking about certain things. Your thoughts lead the way for energy to manifest. And ultimately, if you're going to be a sovereign being, you are in charge and you are accountable for every thought. You're accountable for every thought. Every time you see someone going down the street and you're like, damn, you're like, shit, shouldn't have looked. You're accountable for that. But do you see what I'm saying? Like our thoughts, like being in charge of our thoughts. It's the same thing. When your attention goes, this is the reason why we say attention goes. No, energy flows where attention goes, whatever. Basically, the attention goes, right? Wherever our thoughts go. So if our thoughts are like, oh shit, there's a zombie thing. There's an apocalypse thing. The end of the world is like, it's like, what do you think is going to happen? If everybody thinks that's funny at the same time, manifested motherfucking timeline. So let's manifest our other timelines, okay? Let's start making, somebody witty out there, start making memes about like the higher timelines and how we're going to be, in the Garden of Eden all over again. I don't know. I'm not here for the memes, but I'm just saying like we have to start getting out there concepts of higher life available, right? Of higher ways of life, so that these old ones, like if we keep on looking at what we don't want, but we keep giving attention to what we don't want, we're still gonna fucking manifest what we don't want. So collectively, as a conscious group of people, we need to start paying attention to what we want. We witness things that come to our peripheral vision, but we don't engage them. Our thoughts don't go to them. They come here and we hit eject and we go over here, right? Witness one reality, create another. We have to. Nobody's going to fucking do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for me either. We have to do it from inside. And each one of us has to do this work so that our work collectively finds each other, and then we have our reality, right? We have to get stronger and more powerful than the rest of the people. So instead of researching all the negative shit and going down those fear-based rabbit holes, start to learn how to recreate your framework. Binge on content that is positive, right? Start to actually like create what you want and disconnect the things that you don't want, but actually mean it. If you don't feel it, if you're just going through the motions, just like if you go through the motions of life, man, I got to get up, I got to drop off the kids, I got to do lunch, I got to pack this, oh shit, it's this birthday, it's this thing, and then I got to do this, and then this weekend that, and then that weekend that, and then I got to send this email and do this text, fuck, it's my girlfriend's party. If you do that, and you just go through the motions and talk about the things that have to be talked about and make sure that like all the things are done, you're a motherfucking robot. Like the difference between us and robots is that we have feelings, okay? Get your fucking feelings on. Use them. Utilize them. That is how you make decisions that stick. You commit. Your feelings seal the deal, okay? Remember, commitments allow you to bypass your fears. So if you actually commit to something and you're going to do it no matter what, like I'm going to walk on fucking fire, you're going to just do it. Doesn't matter if you're scared, you're still going to do it because you committed and you're a person of your word, because that is bottom line. So if you say you're going to do something, you better fucking do it, because you don't want the karma of that shit anymore, because we went on to timelines of grace. Remember that? We merged our Akasha. And if you haven't done that yet, you need to do that. So merge your Akasha. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. You merged your Akasha, okay? So you're done. You're done with the karmic stuff that has to do with the earth stuff. You're now in galactic stuff. But if you start fucking it up, you're going to get back in karma again. So don't do that, okay? So you're always responsible. So if you say, I'm going to do this, and then you don't, that's karma. That's your word, okay? Very important. If you don't know how this works, go and get the book called The 4 Agreements. Okay. Literally, being a man or a woman of your word, a person, like an infinite eternal being incarnated in a physical body, person of your word, is like number one. Because when you don't do that, that's integrity. And if you don't have integrity, the universe doesn't have integrity for you, which means you ain't manifesting shit because you constantly are out of alignment. So the universe is out of alignment with you. Okay. So I am so glad, committed to take the leap. Yay. Awesome. So make it worth it. This whole conversation is really to say, take the time to invest emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, romantically, whatever you need into yourself in order, but feel it. Don't just do it as like, oh, I should probably do that. It's a lunar eclipse. I should probably do this. That's not going to count. That doesn't count. Okay. Feel into it. Make sure that you feel it. Some people have an easier time. Some people have a harder time. The people that like feeling into their feelings. If you have big feelings, the challenge for you is going to be to actually commit to feeling and letting them go, to being done. Okay. If you don't know how to access your feelings, then your challenge is to actually access your feelings and to dig into there and be raw and vulnerable and be like, holy fuck, I have feelings, right? About these things. And then actually start moving through them. But without feelings, there's no energy. Feelings are energy. So that's why if you're just going through the motions of the day, you find yourself depleted at the end of the day. You didn't really live. You're just going through the motions. There's no feelings. There's no energy. So you're probably caffeinating the fuck out of your life, right? One way or another. But it's like you don't have the feelings. Feelings and passion and courage and like all of these positive kind of emotions, that's the stuff that attracts your reality into place, which is the reason why right now they're pumping the people full of fear. Right? Because people want to feel something. Generally speaking, the human body likes to feel alive. So people that don't have access to feelings for good stuff, that's why people get addicted to like doing adrenaline, sports thing, because they want to feel something. They want to feel. Why do people get addicted to drugs? Because they want to fucking feel. Everything comes down to access to feelings, okay? So this is a big, big deal. Make gold of this. Take some time to just dig in. Get uncomfortable with yourself. Understand what you want, who you are. Cry it out, whatever it is that you need to do. But like get inside of yourself, into your feelings, into your heart. Get vulnerable. And then decide from there. When you have that, that's power. That will move mountains. That will shift timelines. That will create the quantum leap that you want to create in your life. And then you're going to have the power, right? Because when you go back, because life comes up, man, and it will test you. And it'll be like, you sure you want to go for that dream? And you'll be like, yes. Because I committed and I have this feeling in my solar plexus in my stomach, right? So the strong feelings will override whatever kind of temptation because you know where you're going. Think about it this way. This is not like necessarily a good analogy, but do you remember ever being like when you had like your first crush or like your first like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this person. You were young and like nothing else mattered. And when that person came by or when you knew they were going to be somewhere, it was like everything fell away, right? That feeling took over. It's the same thing. The feeling, if you learn how to use it, right? In a conscious, focus, mature, sovereign, adult focused way, but really just focused because what is adult, right? So just focused, sovereign, I am utilizing my feelings. So I am not, as a sovereign being, I don't allow my feelings to give energy to circumstances and scenarios that don't benefit the collective consciousness and the collective state of affair on planet Earth. Why? Because I'm in charge of the energy that I output from my physical body and from my emotional body and from my auric field. So if I'm in charge and I'm responsible for how I react to things and how I act to things, right? Like, and where my energy goes, I choose not to engage things like the news. I choose not to get sucked into things because that's my energy and I am very much in control of that, right? So remember that. Okay. I love you. how long has this live been? Probably probably about a half hour, I think. So, but we'll have the replay up. It's a very strong wake up call for those of you that are like just jumping in. It's a really strong wake up call to make some serious moves this week, okay? Because a lot of people are like starting to feel like, oh man, it's retrograde, it's the eclipse, it's, it's Mercury. A lot of people are like doing all of these funny memes about life going sideways and this and whatever not. But the smart people, which is you, okay, are changing your lives. You're going to turn your feelings on. You're going to do some digging. You're going to figure out what you want. You're going to take the leaps of faith, and you're going to shift into the life that you want to have. Okay, because we're capable of it. So love from Canada. Hi, I see you guys. Amazing. Okay, so you know all the things. All right, we're golden. The new course that we'll be launching, it's going to go in pre-sale tonight. It is called Source Code, and it's going to be fucking amazing. Okay. And you're going to be able to get a special pre-sale for the next few days. I'm going to look probably until the day of the eclipse, because that just feels good. And that's like a leap. And then we're jumping in. Okay. So it's going to 44 on the live. That's amazing. So it's going to be the next step or the next course to the mastermind. We're going to do the genetic recoding. We're going to do the next level integration and the light body coming online. So I'm excited. It's going to be announced just on pre-sale without all of the details. So if you know it's for you, just feel into the energy of it and what it means, and be ready to jump in. I'm going to do my best to have some dates on there, but probably not all the dates will be there. I will be traveling, so you guys are going to travel along with me from like all these sacred sites. It's going to be fucking amazing. So I'm excited for it. And if you do register for Align, if you feel called to join the Inner Circle Mastermind for that fuck yes lifestyle, that's what I called it. Like for that fuck yes next level kind of life where you really want it all, right? Like you just want it all. Then Source Code can be the free course that you get within Aligned. So that's insane. That's like such an amazing deal. Okay, so check it all out. The links are in my bio. The link for Aligned will be in my bio until we have spots available. So don't be the last person, right? To where it's like, I have to take it off. It's a group of 10 only, because you get my daily coaching and daily guidance like on voice and text. So you can ask me anything. I have been asked questions in our Align group, which I just love and adore, from like how to clear a city to the steps to launch a course to what do I use for terms and conditions on my website. I mean, and how do we structure a course to how do I manifest and hold the vibe for this? How do I know what's my number per month to manifest? And we work through everything. This is not just like a mastermind specific for this, right? Or mastermind specifics for that. We've talked about star beings. We've talked about like astral travel and like, like things that happen. Like we've been talking about dreams and other things, but it's all inclusive, right? So there's nothing that's off limits there. It's not that it's just a course about this or about that. So if that's something that you think you might benefit from, like being plugged into my energy, doing the journey with me, there's 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months option available. And you have like, I think 6 more days, because today's the 24th. So until May 30th, you can get the launch price. That's it. It's never going to be this price again, ever, because this is my mastermind that's going to end up being my Inner Circle Mastermind, that one day we're going to come back to this video. That's my $10,000 a month mastermind, okay? It's like next level. So if you know how it goes with my courses and my things, and you're just like, oh my God, I want to get in, this is the moment to do it, okay? Because that's what I am going for and how I'm building it. So super excited for that. And if you have any questions, you can DM me, you can email me. I will see all of you that are in the courses this week for our lunar eclipse integration. I will see those of you that are in a line for our call this month. So if you register for a line, we also have a call coming up on Friday. And then if you're in the mastermind, I'm going to see you on Saturday for our Q&A. Amazing things. This is a magical week. See what happens. The planets go retrograde and we go next level. This is how we do. I love you guys. This is Sonia G. This is the Moon Babes Monday Night Live. And I hope you have an amazing week. Remember who you are, okay? Go to my website if you feel called to working with me on any of the courses. It's www.moonbabetribe.com, or here, the link in my bio on Instagram is @moonbabes and the light tribe. So much love.